Hi everyone. Today's focus is on prioritizing what matters most. This session is all about stepping back to evaluate commitments, time, and priorities so the couples can say no to distractions and yes to the best yes of what truly matters. Please turn to page 35 in your workbook. After reading the conversation starter, take some time to read the top paragraph together as a group, as this will set the tone for your time together. As you read, reflect on how overcommitment, busyness, and misplaced priorities might be affecting life and marriage for these couples. And prayerfully lean into this session, asking God to reveal areas where breakthrough and fresh insights are needed. This can be a pivotal moment for so many couples. Next, take about 8 to 10 minutes on scripture and dialogue. Read the Bible verses on page 35 and go through the questions provided. Take time for the couples to reflect honestly on where their time is going and how their current priorities align or don't align with what they value most. Encourage open and vulnerable sharing during this discussion. Turn to page 36 for the next part of this session and read the sentence under the play video to set the stage for what you'll be exploring next. As the video plays, encourage your group to take notes and highlight 1 to 2 key takeaways that they can apply in their own lives. This video is about 10 minutes long. Now, after watching, spend about 5 to 7 minutes facilitating group discussion. What stood out to them? Encourage couples to share their reflection. If it feels appropriate, maybe consider sharing a personal moment of vulnerability as a facilitator to help the group connect on a deeper level. Now, dive into the key concepts and principles and spend about 10 to 12 minutes reviewing this section. Start by discussing the idea of little foxes that can steal from a marriage. These might be small distractions or habits that pull away our attention from what matters most. Then, take some time and guide the group through the practical steps on page 37 and page 38. Use the assess your godly order of priorities to help each individual identify areas where their priorities may be misaligned. Encourage them to discuss where they're winning and where adjustments might be needed. Move on to page 39 for the steps explaining how to use the proper portions tool. This is a great opportunity for practical application. Spend about 10 minutes on this exercise and direct the group to the QR code on 39 and ask them in the future, how can they periodically reassess their personal priorities? Read through the 2 steps explaining the proper portions example and the proper portions tool. After reading that proper portions example on page 40, guide them as they create their own proper portions plate on page 41. And use the legend in the workbook to help them identify categories and ideas. This is a time to reflect on their current state of life and time management, so encourage intentionality as they work on this. Then move on to page 42 and spend about 5 minutes helping the group analyze their completed proper portions tool. Guide them through the questions at the top of the page and focus on number 4, identifying their best yes. This is where they can start applying the proper portions tool practically in their lives and marriages. Now, spend about 5 to 7 minutes on the fillers and drainers on page 43. As couples identify activities and habits that affect them, help them make an action step to support their spouse this week. And finish with spending 2 to 3 minutes on the going deeper section at the bottom of the page. Couples can answer the questions together for their insights, or they can share as a group, but use this time to help them connect deeply and really reflect on what is God revealing to them about their priorities. Finally, wrap up the next step section on page 44 and spend about 4 to 5 minutes discussing how couples can truly celebrate the wins and maintain momentum moving forward. Remind them that consistency compounds. Small intentional steps lead to significant growth over time. Close the discussion in prayer, asking God to really help each couple align their priorities with His best will. If possible, maybe enjoy some time of fellowship to continue to build trust and community. Thank you for facilitating this session, and we will see you in the next session.